Hey everybody, this is a little bunny that my cat brought me, and I've had this little rabbit now for about 5 days. Sweet little thing. It's not very big. He was about the size of a small orange when I got him. Most people, if you see a rabbit out in the wild, even if he's this little and he's just minding his own business in your yard, leave him alone, because the mom is usually very nearby. Don't touch a little rabbit unless they are obviously in distress. This one obviously was in distress because he was in the mouth of my cat, and I have no idea where the cat got him from. So I don't know how I'm going to hold this. A little rabbit. Wrap him up in a little towel so that his eyes are covered, preferably, and put him on his back because that's how he would eat. And then you're going to take a bottle and you're just going to touch it to the top of his lip. Okay, I'm trying really hard to hold this. So this is a little baby bottle, and what's in here is a mixture of kitten replacement milk, KLM, and what is really important for these little guys, they're very, very delicate. They die in people's care all the time. What's really important is goat's milk, because goat's milk is raw and has the bacteria that they need to survive. Rabbits like to have their milk quite hot. You'd think it would be too hot for them. This little rabbit should have about 15 milliliters. Very hungry little guy. Little rabbits get fed twice a day. They have a heating pad in their nest. So I've just got a cat carrier and I've got a heating pad underneath it. And I've filled it with soft fabric, soft cotton fabric. And I take this little guy out early in the morning and late at night, because in the wild, the mummy rabbit feeds them only twice a day. Usually in the daytime, they leave the nest and they hop around your yard. And a lot of people think that they're in trouble because they're so little, but they're not. They hop around. They're learning to be rabbits. And then they go back to the nest and they come back and they sleep there for the night, and Mummy Rabbit comes and feeds them. So first thing in the morning, and then Mummy Rabbit tends to leave, because the thing with little rabbits, which is interesting, is that they don't have a scent. The adult rabbits have a scent. They have an odor. And that will attract predators. So the mummy rabbit leaves the nest and leaves the little baby rabbits underneath a nest of her fur for the day. Well, she goes out and eats and does whatever she needs to do. The little tiny rabbits, especially when they don't have fur, they don't have any odor at all. And the mummy rabbit cleans up all their waste. So there's absolutely no smell and nothing to draw the predators to the nest. So usually if your cat is bringing you, if your cat is bringing you a baby, it's because he found it probably hopping around your yard or exercising. They don't usually find the nests. However, my cat has found a nest before and has brought me rabbit after rabbit. There was one season where I had 4 of them. So you just put a little drop on their top lip, and you can see this little rabbit's just eager. I'm sort of watching the bottle to see how much he's eating, but I tend to listen to him. He'll shake his head or make it really obvious that he doesn't want to be fed anymore. He's sort of wiggling a little bit now, so let's just see. I'm surprised at the amount that this little guy drinks. Now in the cage, during the day, he's got rabbit kibble that he hasn't touched, but he also gets a whole fistful of dandelion greens. The leaves, the stems, and the unopened flowers. They seem to like the unopened blooms, and they don't eat the actual flowers. I'll put a handful in there. By the time I come to feed him at night, they're all gone. And a little bunny this size, his little poops look like little mouse poops. They're so tiny. But he's grown quite a bit. I've had him about 4 days, and he's really gone from the size of an orange to sort of a small grapefruit maybe. So we're doing well. It's best if you can weigh them. I don't have a scale. I can just tell visibly. And sometimes you can just touch the little belly. If it's hollow and empty, you know, the little bunny's hungry. You can also pinch their skin. If the skin stays raised when you pinch it, it means they're dehydrated and they're in bad need of some fluids. If you find a bunny that's really in trouble, you should start with Pedialyte before you move on to KMR. I always have some KMR in my freezer. I buy the powder, big can, about $50. You can also buy goat's milk. You get it at the pet store, and it's also frozen. So you can keep KMR. Oh, you had enough? You had enough? You can keep KMR and goat's milk in your freezer. I do, because everybody brings me all of the creatures that they find. If it seems, yep, she's had enough. Okay. All right, you've had enough. That's good. So here she is, little bunny. So I'll put her back with her heating pad. I'll make sure her little water dish is full. It's very shallow. And then as soon as we get up in the morning, she'll have another bottle. So she did really well. She probably drank a third